How's business, right? Anyone who has a business, you hear this all the time, right? You tell people, hey, I'm in business. So they decide they want to ask you, how's business? So the thing with that is, depending on how well you're doing, right, would dictate your answer. If you're having a little down year, it's, yeah, man, I mean, business is cool. We just kind of got some marketing issues, operations, so on and so forth, If business is good, the whole world knows it anyway. They don't even have to ask you. You already told them, right? The thing with that is that 96% of businesses fail within 10 years, okay? On the contrast to that, you look around today, you pick up your phone, you're on Instagram, swiping up, and what happens? You see a 19-year-old millionaire telling you how he just made $10 million in 5 hours, right? So you're sitting there like, wow, this is amazing. You're just great. Everything is perfect with this person. Exact, precise sales funnels, right? Too many customers for him to handle. The processes and systems are impeccable. He's doing everything right. He's just killing it. So, to the rest of we mere mortals, we're kind of sitting there like, oh yeah, good for you, man. That's really good. Congratulations. So I started thinking about that a little bit, and I think that I found an answer to some of these questions to how we could do better as business people. Anyone interested in that? Okay, cool. All right. So I have a disclaimer. I didn't create them. I thought I knew all this stuff about business. I thought, hey man, you could do this. But it wasn't until I met my match in my own house. Introducing Sonny. Got me? Meet Sonny, everybody. So this is my 4-year-old guru, right? She has literally taught me a new way of doing business. So this happened one day. I was kind of sitting in the house, and we're both in the living room. She has all her toys from her room and half of the kitchen in the living room. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? So I'm just watching her, and she's just mixing things together just amazingly. Like, so you have a Barbie doll with empty toilet wrapper or something to make up the dress, and she took the little twisters from the bread, and she has a belt, and it's just this amazing mix of things she starts doing. So I'm like, she's very creative. This is interesting. So okay, cool. So as time goes on, I'm watching her more and more, and I see these little hints every time I learn a new lesson from her. So in this succession of time, I'm just picking up these hints. And so I figure I share some of them with you. And so I'm gonna start here. The first one is partnerships, okay? So as you can tell, she's a little small, right? She has a few constraints, right? So she was smart enough to know in order to get some of the things she wanted done, she had to bring forth a partner. So she commissioned my 11-year-old daughter, okay? So my 11-year-old daughter, she has autism, right? But don't worry, she kind of knows how to maneuver very well with this autism. In fact, she leverages it, as far as I'm concerned, okay? So the two of them together make this incredible team. So that's Zuri, that's Sonny there. So as you can see, this is almost a before and after. Zuri is just sitting there, just, what's going on. Sonny is sitting there, she's got her Rubik's Cube, but she has a plan. So I call them Pinky and the Brain, right? Anybody familiar with Pinky and the Brain, right? Sonny obviously is a little big head one with all the ideas, trying to take over the world every day, right? Zuri is just there for the entertainment, basically. All right, what do you need me to do? So they run capers such as, obviously Zuri's a little tall, so what we try to do is we try to keep the snacks all the way at the top of the cupboard, right? So our first plan is, okay, not only do I want Zuri to take these snacks, I need a bag. We need a place to go divvy up the snacks. So she lays out her elaborate plan. She gets Zuri. I come in, I'm watching them. I just want to see what they're doing. She goes, grabs the snacks. Zuri, she's passing them down in a bag. Sonny has a bag open. And they run back into the room. So their hideout is a closet. So when they go in this closet, that's where all the divvying up happens, right? There's been times when maybe a couple of months later I've come and I've found a bunch of things in that closet, wrappers, little specimens of some sort. I don't know, I couldn't really identify them. But the point to this is that this first lesson is about partnerships. A lot of times as business owners, we try to come in and we want to be the superhero. We come in and we know how to do everything, right? We do all the accounting, we do all the sales, we do everything. And what you find is when you find the right person or the right people to put together to create a real team, a lot more magic happens a lot faster. So the first lesson is on partnerships. All right, second one, first impressions. All right, Sunny is the queen of first impressions. Probably some of y'all already got to know already. She's sitting out there, she doesn't have to introduce herself. She kind of gravitates. She has this halo effect, right? So the first thing is we're like regulars at the local Publix, right, around our neighborhood. So we go to Publix and, we walk in, everybody in Publix knows her on a first name basis at this point, right? So we walk in, we have a pattern, we go directly to the bakery. It's over to the right, we go there, and the reason why we're going there is because Publix gives out free cookies, okay? And so, to kids, this is supposedly the thing, right? Just want to be clear on that. I know some folks around here. Anyway, so we go, we make our round, and one time, this is how crafty she is. We pull up and, I pull up, the counter's right there. Sonny knows the person, they built rapport somehow, so they're talking. So I turn my back, because these oatmeal raisin cookies and a couple of snacks look real good to me, so I'm checking out my snacks and what have you. And so I turn back around, and remember, you're supposed to get one cookie. I turn back around, Sonny has 2 cookies in her hand, and he says, "Here, Daddy, this is your cookie with a 3rd cookie." So I'm like, "Oh, okay. What's up, Sonny?" So I'm looking at the guy, he's looking like, I'm like, okay, cool. I get it now. I get it. So my lesson with that was that when you build the right first impression, when people like you, they will do a lot more from you. There's pretty women in here, right? You guys are, we have this argument a lot of times amongst my friends. Beautiful women have this privilege to them, right? So they have a safety net. Anything goes wrong, they can kind of get out of it, if you know what I mean, right? Jim, the fellas around here know what I mean by that, right? Yeah, I see. It's real quiet now, isn't it? Okay. Anyway, so I digress, though. So let's get back. So the point being is that, your first impression goes a long way, and it can travel with you in your business to success. All right. The next one is timing. Okay, so in this slide, this is me sitting at the table. This is Sunny over here, has a hand on her hip. She's probably lecturing me on something. So what I know about this day is that over the course of probably an hour, she's been asking me for a snack. Snack. Dad, can I get a snack? Dad, can I get a snack? Dad. Okay, so it's probably every 10 minutes she asks for a snack, right? Okay, cool. No is always the answer. No. So finally the phone rings and she realizes that this is her opportunity to attack. Right? So now the request happens every 10 seconds. Daddy, can I get a snack? Daddy, can I get a snack? Daddy, that's all you hear. And I'm on the phone and she knows it's an important call and she knows she's got me. Sonny, go get the snack. Just go get the snack. Go. Hold on. Go get the snack, right? She gets it. She's the master of timing. She also has a special way of throwing fits at the right time, right? We're out and about, we're especially in the grocery store. Once again, these people know her, so they know what's coming. So suddenly Sunny is unhappy and has to jump out the cart, and she's crying in a fervor, ironically in front of the potato chips, right? And so that's just timing to its finest. So I say that to say in business, everything is about timing, right? I use the analogy of the ocean, and you're a surfer in the ocean. And ultimately, after you're studying the ocean, you're seeing the patterns, you're watching the waves as they come, and obviously, you don't want to go against the waves, you want to ride a wave in. So you're studying these waves, and it's only until that right wave comes that you can really, really, really ride the wave all the way to shore. So timing is really important in business. So that was my third lesson from Sunny. The next one is being decisive, okay? So with this one, Sunny burns the ships, right? She literally burns the ship. Burning the ship came from gentleman Cortez back in 1519, and he talked about, he didn't talk about, he was pulling up to, Veracruz in Mexico, and they were going to invade Mexico. He ordered, upon them arriving, his crew to burn the ships. So they were either going to conquer or die. That was just their order. So he ordered them, they burned the ship. Well, Sunny does the same thing when it comes to snacks, right? When it comes to whatever she's into. So if it's gymnastics, she's going all in. She's burning the ship. She's literally saying, okay, I'm going to get this cartwheel, and I'm literally not going to focus on anything else until I get this cartwheel down packed. That's just what she's going to do. That's her in her deep focus, practicing being, what's her name, Moana, right? So that's a Moana character, and she's in deep focus because she has to hit the right dance move in this case here. So that's a version of her focusing. And obviously in business, a lot of times we get caught up on the shiny object syndrome, right? All these things are kind of flashing across us, and we want to take advantage of every opportunity that comes, but however, we can't. You have to focus on that one thing that's going to get you to where you want to go. Sunny is a master of that. Now, granted, it might only last per day, and obviously in business, you kind of want to have something that lasts, maybe 3 months out, a year out, 3 years out, right? But same thought anyway, right? So the next thing is being bold in your actions, okay? So this one is a little tough, to protect her and me having further problems, I had to kind of alter this image, so I used someone else, right? So this one was her. So Sunny has no problem doing number 2 in anywhere, under any circumstance. I call her Janet Jackson, anytime, any place, right? So literally, one time we went to a friend's house, and she's also the master of waiting to the last minute. So she comes urgent, Daddy, I gotta use the bathroom. She's playing, okay, fine. We go in the bathroom. Now, it's kind of like this. This is the bathroom, this is all of y'all. Bunch of people, right, bathroom. This is her in the bathroom. So Sunny decides on this time that this is the time she's going to have this record bowel movement, right? It's just a record. It was like her biggest ever in life, right? And probably her most malodorous, right? Okay, so we come out, and I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe this. So I go to the person whose house it is, like, hey, listen, man, things got a little messy in there, you don't have the little toilet scrubber, there's some evidence, whatever. I couldn't do anything about it, sorry. So again, we go back to the other thing, and she has this halo effect. So it's Sunny, so it's no problem. Oh, Sunny, don't even worry about it. Yeah, we'll clean it up, don't worry about it. Everybody understood, it was cute, it was all good for them, right? In business, a lot of times, most of us don't have stories that we repeat. right? If we had a story that we stuck to and we drilled into that story, more people would buy into our businesses, and that would help us grow our businesses. So that's our lesson from that. Finally, leverage. Okay. Sunny is the master of leverage. She's small, right? Again, I had to protect some images, plus I couldn't find one. But she will use any and everything to get what she wants, right? She has, I say that Sunny is running a human trafficking business, right? So literally, she is just taking every last person from everything to do her will for her. She has no car, right? But she goes everywhere she wants to go, not just from us, from anybody, She can call people on her, FaceTime people on her iPad, and suddenly we get a call and Auntie is coming to pick her up to bring her somewhere, So I thought about that, and actually I ran the test, to be honest with you, on Sunny, right? I tried that, and I said, hey, Sunny, you could have one cookie, or I turned around, she said, or what? She's eating the cookie, right? So that was the end of the marshmallow test, right? It's done. So I had to kind of rethink that. So this is supposed to be a picture of a pot roast, right? So finally, okay, I'm running. How much time I have? Okay, I'm over probably. Okay, you'll be all right. So the pot roast, I'm wrapping up. So the pot roast is ultimately, there was a story told to me, and it was about a girl and her mother. And the girl was like, hey, her mom made pot roast, but she noticed the edge of the pot roast was cut off. So she said, hey, Mom, why do you cut the edge of the pot roast off? And she was like, well, I don't know. I got that from your grandmother. Ask her. So she calls her grandmother. She asks the grandmother. Grandmother says, I don't know. You know what? I got that for your great-grandmother. And fortunately, the great-grandmother was still alive. So she then called the great-grandma. Hey, great-grandma, why do you cut the edge of the pot roast off? She said, oh, it couldn't fit in the oven, right? So it's like, so we're passing down all these things, right, that we've learned throughout the generations, to our kids blindly without questioning any of them. Kids question everything, and that's the beauty of them. They literally, I could be dead right on something, but I'm going to get questioned about it. It doesn't matter what it is. It's super simple logic, but not to her. I have to explain it, and she's going to challenge me and debate back and forth. And the whole premise behind this is that we should all do that. We should question everything and not just allow things to be dictated to us in our personal lives as well as business. So I'll leave you guys with this quote. And it's one of my favorite quotes. The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable man persists trying to adapt the world to himself. Therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man. So I say that you guys should be very unreasonable if you're trying to make change. Or just think about Sunny, and that'd be your motivation. Thank you.